morning students, welcome back to our another online class for class 10th of subject English, and our today's topic is another poem of your book First Flight, that is Fire and Ice. If you remember, we did poem 1 of the same book, First Flight, in our earlier class, and today we are doing Fire and Ice, another poem of the same book. But though both the poems are different from each other, but still there are some similarities in them. The first similarity is that both the poems Dust of Snow and Fire and Ice are very short. They just have 2 stanzas in it. Second similarity is that both the poems have barf, snow or ice in it. Like Dust of Snow में हमारे पास snow थी यानी कि बर्फ, एंड हियर इन फायर एंड आइस हमारे पास आइस है यानी कि बर्फ. ओके, तो दोनों की कंसेप्ट में आइस इज देयर. And third and the biggest similarity is that both the poems are written by Robert Frost. We had a glance on the life of Robert Frost in our last class, so I think you all remember it, but still let's have a glance on it again in very brief. Okay, let's recapitulate it. Robert Frost was born on 26 March 1874 in California of America. Okay, he expired on 29th January 1963 when Frost was 88 years old. Okay, his father was a journalist and father expired when Frost was just 11 years old. After that, Frost struggled a lot. He did lots of jobs, but he never left poetry writing. He had great interest in poetry. He did lots of job, in the sense he did farming also, he sold newspapers also, he did teaching also, he worked in a factory also, but nothing satisfied him in the starting. But the good thing about his life is that he never gave up. He always keep going on. He always continued his writing. He always continued with his poems. Okay, so his first poem was published in 1894. Then his first book was published in 1913. The name of the book was A Boy's Will. Okay, the edition of the same book was published in America after 2 years. Okay, it was first book in America. Then his second book was published in 1914. The name of the book was North of Boston. Okay, then Frost Award, Pulitzer Award 4 times in his life. After that, he also won Congressional Gold Medal in 1960. He joined Harvard University and he taught there as a teacher till 1943. He was appointed as Poet Laureate in 1961 and after 2 years of it, he expired. Okay, so this is about Robert Frost again. Now let's come back to our today's topic, that is Fire and Ice. Okay, before going on the poem, let me tell you one more fact about it. This poem is actually inspired from a book. The name of the book was Dante's Inferno. Okay, इस बुक में क्या है, इस बुक में ये बताया गया है कि जो सिनर्स होते हैं, दोज हु हैव डन समथिंग रॉन्ग इन देयर लाइफ, ऐसे लोग एक फायर काइंड ऑफ हेल में रहते हैं. ऐसी जगह पे जो हेल है और वहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा फायर, जितना मतलब आग जैसा टेम्परेचर होता है, एटमॉस्फेयर होता है, दे स्टे देयर. और उनका नेक तक का पार्ट, नीचे की जो नेक से नीचे की जो बॉडी है वो एक आइसी लेक में दबी हुई होती है. मतलब दिस सफ़र अ लॉट. ओके, ये इस बुक में बताया गया है इन डिटेल. ओके, सो फायर एंड आइस इज इंस्पायर्ड फ्रॉम दिस बुक. फाइन. इस पोम में एज यू कैन सी वी हैव 2 मेन वर्ड्स, फायर एंड आइस. फायर मतलब आग एंड आइस मतलब बर्फ. सो पोएट इज टेलिंग अस अबाउट 2 ग्रुप्स विच हैव डिफरेंट थॉट्स अबाउट द डिस्ट्रक्शन, अबाउट द एंड ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. फर्स्ट ग्रुप जो है उसका कहना है कि द वर्ल्ड विल डाई फ्रॉम फायर. जो दुनिया है एक दिन फायर की वजह से खत्म हो जाएगी. अनदर ग्रुप, सेकेंड ग्रुप सेज द वर्ल्ड विल डाई फ्रॉम आइस. जो दुनिया है वो आइस की वजह से खत्म हो जाएगी. ओके, नाउ फायर एंड आइस आर नॉट सिंपल वर्ड्स हियर, दीज टर्म्स आर सिंबॉलिक टर्म्स. ओके, यहाँ पर पोइट फायर को डिज़ायर की तरह यूज़ करता है. मतलब बाय फायर ही मीन्स डिज़ायर एंड इन द सेम वे बाय आइस ही मीन्स हेट. ओके, तो नाउ व्हाट ही इज सेइंग द वर्ल्ड विल डाई बिकॉज ऑफ डिज़ायर्स. मतलब The world will die because of those who are running continuously behind their desires, and they become so self-centered, so selfish in fulfilling their desires. They don't think about others, they don't think about the world. Okay, because of which to fulfill their desires, to fulfill their wishes and wants, अपनी इच्छाओं को पूरा करने के लिए they fight, they do wars. और जो ये fight और wars करते हैं, इन फाइट्स एंड वॉर्स की वजह से होता है डिस्ट्रक्शन, यानी कि बर्बादी. दैट्स हाउ दे विल किल द वर्ल्ड वन डे. मतलब ग्रुप 1 के लोग जो है अपनी डिज़ायर्स के पीछे इतने अंधे होकर भागते हैं कि वो उन्हें पूरा करने के लिए फाइट्स करते हैं, वॉर करते हैं, जिनकी वजह से वर्ल्ड बर्बाद होता है, डिस्ट्रक्शन होता है. और इसी तरह से ये जो ग्रुप 1 है, इनका मानना है कि इसी तरह से ऐसे लोग जो है वर्ल्ड को फिनिश कर देंगे. बट द ग्रुप 2 सेज नो, द वर्ल्ड विल डाई बिकॉज ऑफ हेट. हाउ? The people who hate others a lot spread negativity, spread hate in the society, in the world. और उस hate की वजह से again they fight with each other, and because of that fight again destruction happens. और इसी destruction, बर्बादी की वजह से एक दिन world खत्म हो जाएगा. World will come to an end. तो like how in this way the poet is saying there are two kind of groups. One group says the world will die because of desires, and another group says the world will die because of hate. Okay, so this is the main concept of this poem, जिसमें हमें दो ग्रुप्स के बारे में देखने के लिए को मिलेगा. Let's go to the poem now. Let's start with the poem now. Some says the world will end in fire, some says in ice. कुछ लोगों का कहना है that the world will end because of fire, that is the world will end because of desire. According to the group 1, the world will end because of desires. Some says, that is group 2 says, some says in ice. कुछ दूसरे लोग group 2 के लोग कहते हैं कि world will end, will be over because of ice, that is hate. कुछ लोग some says, कुछ लोगों का कहना है कि वर्ल्ड फायर की वजह से, यानी कि डिज़ायर्स की वजह से खत्म होगा. कुछ दूसरे लोगों का कहना है कि वर्ल्ड जो है वो आइस की वजह से, दैट इज हेट की वजह से खत्म होगा. Then from what I have tasted of desire, now poet is talking about his experiences now. Okay, there was a time when he was also running behind desires. So because of that thing, when he was also running to fulfill his desires, at the time the experience he had from his life, according to those experiences, on the basis of those experiences, he is saying now that because of my own experiences, when I was also running behind my desires, I can say that group 1 is correct. Group 1, which is saying the world will die because of fire, because of desires, that group is correct, and I will support group 1. I also support the idea that the world will end because of fire, because of desires. Okay, but if it had to perish twice, here perish word means die. Okay, twice मतलब दोबारा, दो बार. But if it, here it word means world. Poet is saying, लेकिन अगर वर्ल्ड को दो बार डाई करना है, दो बार मरना है, दो बार खत्म होना है, तो the second choice can be of group 2. Okay, but if it had to perish twice, if the world can die 2 times, I think I know enough of hate. तो अगर वर्ल्ड को दोबारा मरने का, दोबारा डिस्ट्रॉय होने का चांस मिले, तो पोइट इज सेइंग कि तो मुझे हेट के बारे में भी बहुत अच्छे से पता है. टू से दैट फॉर डिस्ट्रक्शन आइस इज ऑल्सो ग्रेट. ही इज सेइंग कि अगर दूसरी बार वर्ल्ड को डिस्ट्रॉय करने का चांस मिले, इन दैट केस फायर, दैट इज डिजायर्स के बाद आइस यानी कि हेट जो है वो सेकंड मोस्ट पावरफुल वेपन है वर्ल्ड को खत्म करने के लिए. दैट्स व्हाट ही इज सेइंग कि दूसरी बार अगर वर्ल्ड फर्स्ट टाइम में नहीं मरता है और दूसरी बार वर्ल्ड को मारने का, डिस्ट्रॉय करने का चांस मिलता है, इन दैट केस आफ्टर डिजायर हेट कैन ऑल्सो बी द सेकंड बेस्ट ऑप्शन टू किल द वर्ल्ड. ओके, टू से दैट फॉर डिस्ट्रक्शन आइस इज ऑल्सो ग्रेट. आइस मतलब हेट इज ऑल्सो great weapon to kill the world, but after desire. And would suffice, that is if desire is not there, after desire hate is also sufficient, is enough to kill and destroy the whole world. Okay, so this is the poem we are talking about, the poem Fire and Ice. Here first of all poet started with the ideas of two groups. Group number one who is saying the world will vanish because of desires, और desire के लिए उन्होंने word use किया fire, and then he is saying talking about group two जो कहते हैं the world will die because of ice, और ice यहाँ उन्होंने hate word के लिए use किया है, hate feeling के लिए use किया है. And then he is adding his own experiences also, his own thought also. In his thought he is saying कि according to him the fire, that is desire, is the best and the most dangerous tool to kill the world. But in case if the world will get second chance to get destroyed, then after desire we can use ice, we can use hate as second great weapon to kill the world. Now let's go to the devices of the poem. We discussed about the devices also in our last class. If you remember, we discussed about some of them in our last class, and one or two are new today. But before going on these devices, let's recall the meaning of the word devices of the poetry. Devices क्या होते हैं? Tools होते हैं जो एक poet के हाथ में होते हैं to enhance his poem. Okay, a kind of jewelry, a kind of makeup, a kind of style by which a poet improves or clarify and enhance its poem. Poem को और अच्छा बनाने के लिए tools use किए जाते हैं जो poetry में these tools are called as devices of the poem. Okay, now first is rhyming scheme. You all know about rhyming scheme, that is repetition of same sound at the end of the lines. Lines के end में repetition of the sound जो होता है और the rhyming pattern, that is called rhyming scheme. Now here the rhyming scheme is A B A, A B C and B C B. How? Let's have a look. Here fire is A. Fine. Now fire के साथ rhyme करता हुआ desire is again A. Then again fire A. That's it. Okay. Now B. B is ice. Now the word rhyming with ice is, another word is twice B. That's it. No, ice and suffice also. Okay. A B A B. Okay, this is C and hate A. Great. C. Fine. So now it is A B A B A B C B C B. Okay, so this is our rhyming scheme in the poem. Now the second device is alliteration. We discussed about it earlier also. What is alliteration? Some sound of two closely placed words in same line. Same sound of two closely placed words in same line. Okay, जब कोई sound और alphabet continuously एक ही line में बार बार आता है in closely placed words, that is called alliteration. Like here some says, now some is starting with the S and says is also starting with the S. Here worldwide में world is starting with W and will is also starting with W. Then favor fire, favor में F, fire में F. So these both the pairs, in all three pairs, both the words are closely placed and both are having same common sound or alphabet, you can say. Here some says, both are having S common in the starting, and here world will be W. Can you see something else which can be the example of alliteration in the poem? favor, fire. Fine, this is our second device, alliteration. Now third, assonance. We did consonants in our last class. Now this is opposite of consonants, that is assonance. It is repetition of vowels in a line. Okay, vowel A, E, I, O, U. अगर इनमें से किसी का भी रिपीटिशन होता है एक ही लाइन में तो दैट इज कॉल्ड एसोनेंस. लेट्स हैव अ लुक इन आवर पोएम. डू वी हैव एनी एसोनेंस हियर? Here, I hold with those who favor fire. So, if I hope you can notice that O is coming again and again in this line. Okay, 4 times. Now O is a vowel sound, A, E, I, O, U. So this is a vowel sound which is coming again and again. It is repeating in the line again and again. That's why we can say here we have assonance, because O sound, O vowel is repeating. Okay. Now another device is anaphora. This is also new for you. Anaphora is when initial word or symbol of 2 lines are same. Here initial words, when initial words of 2 lines are same. Here we can say some says, some says. This is anaphora because these are 2 lines, 2 different lines, and दोनों lines में starting में some says आ रहा है. So these 2 words some says are common in both the lines. Okay, so here we can say it is anaphora. Then another is personification. What is personification? When non-living thing or dead things are not even dead, non-living things which cannot do things, which cannot act by themselves. ऐसी चीज़ें जो खुद कुछ नहीं कर सकती उनको हम as a person treat करें, as a person show करें. We show that they are working or they are feeling, they are acting like a person. Then we call it as personification. Okay. Now here in this poem we have personification because fire and ice both can't work by themselves. They are not human beings. वो अपने आप एक्ट नहीं कर सकते, अपने आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते. लेकिन इस पोएम में पूरी थ्रू आउट पोएम में ये दिखाया गया है कि फायर विल किल द वर्ल्ड एंड आइस विल ऑल्सो किल द वर्ल्ड. फायर कैन डिस्ट्रक्ट, फायर कैन डिस्ट्रॉय द वर्ल्ड, आइस कैन ऑल्सो डिस्ट्रॉय द वर्ल्ड. फायर इज मोर पावरफुल बिकॉज इट इज सिंबल ऑफ डिजायर. आइस दैट इज हेट इज सेकेंड पावरफुल वेपन टू किल द वर्ल्ड. सो यहाँ पर फायर एंड आइस का पर्सोनिफिकेशन हुआ है बिकॉज दे आर शोइंग कि फायर जो है वो पूरे वर्ल्ड को डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकती है और आइस भी पूरे वर्ल्ड को डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकती है. सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस पोएम इज हैविंग पर्सोनिफिकेशन ऑल्सो, और वो पर्सोनिफिकेशन फायर एंड आइस का है. ओके. देन द लास्ट डिवाइस ऑफ द पोएम इज एन्जैबमेंट. I taught you that earlier also. What is enjambment? When one line continues in another line without any punctuation mark, without any full stop. Okay. If you, I think you can notice that by yourself that the line is continuing. Okay. Like some says the world will end in fire. Now there is no comma, no full stop in this line, and then that means what? The line is continuing in another line also. Some says in ice. Now here we have our full stop. So here we can say that this poem is having enjambment because the line is continuing in another line without any full stop. Okay. Some says the world will end in fire. Some says in ice. ये लाइन इधर आकर कंटिन्यू करती है और यहाँ पर हमारी खत्म होती है. इन द सेम वे दिस इज अनदर लाइन विच इज स्टार्टिंग विथ फ्रॉम व्हाट आई हैव टेस्टेड ऑफ डिजायर, नो पंक्चुएशन मार्क, दैट इज नो कोमा, नो फुल स्टॉप. सो दैट मीन्स द लाइन इज नॉट येट ओवर एंड इट इज कंटिन्यूइंग विद आई होल्ड विद दोज हु फेवर फायर. हियर वी हैव आवर फुल स्टॉप. ओके. दैट मीन्स here also we have enjambment क्योंकि ये लाइन यहाँ पर खत्म नहीं होती, it is continuing in another line. Okay. यहाँ पर भी यही है. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate. Here we have our full stop. To say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. So here this line is starting from 2 and it is ending with suffice. Here we have our full stop. So we can say this poem is having enjambment in it. I hope the concept of the poem is clear, the life of the Robert Frost, the legend of the poetry world is clear to you, and the meaning of the Fire and Ice and the poem is clear to you. Along with it, I hope you are clear with the concept of devices also. Okay, so that is for the today. Thank you.